All right, guys, listen, this is actually really exciting. We're sitting here right now on a new software update. Let me pull it up here, what we got. Going down in here to software, we're gonna go to release notes. Take a look at this. We are on 11.3.6, 11.3.6, and we've got some really nice improvements that we're seeing here with these last couple updates. But what's really great about this is, look at today. It is a very wet, it's been 3 days of constant rain, as well as we are going to go down some of these old roads that we used to do back in the old days. We got some really windy roads coming up here. And so what's really great about this is full self-drive has not been able to do this before in the rain. You would be in it for half this amount of rain and it would not engage. So let's get this fired up here. Watch this. Here we go. I'm gonna put it in full self-drive by pressing down twice on the right gear stalk, and look, we're in rain. We got fog and pouring down rain. This is a hard rainfall. Never before could we actually do this with full self-drive. So why is this such a big deal? This is a big deal because forever, as I've been testing for years here in Washington, I always thought, well, even if it comes to places that are warmer and sunnier like California with more predictable weather, we're never gonna actually have it here in Washington because it's just too much rain, at least on the West Coast side here. So not only is it rain, but we're gonna try to make it through these S-curves on this road while staying within the lines. This should be very exciting to see because this is where we're gonna see all that improvement we've been watching for years. What is this on the road here? Oh, damn! We freaking hit that log, man. That was a big log, and I ran over that thing. That was like 4-inch diameter log. The car did not dodge. Okay, I probably have a flat tire right now. So that was heading lengthwise towards me. I thought I would maybe miss it by a little bit, but we did not. And I think what actually saved me, here's a rock on the road. I got to swerve around that rock. Man, this road's beat up. I think what actually might have saved me is I think it hit my body kit. All right, so we're back here again. Now, I turned this on past the rock because with the visibility, it was very hard to actually get full self-drive engaged. You can see it's quite foggy in here. And it is now finally giving me the, it may be downgraded due to poor weather, but I think it's mostly because of the fog. It's quite foggy. I know the GoPro probably doesn't show it that much, but it's pretty bad in here. So what I'm watching for as we go through this is I'm watching for it to, slow down for corners and just keep me between the road lines. And by the way, I went back and looked at that log I hit. I shattered it, like it's in splinters on the side of the road. I hit that thing good. I couldn't pull over because, we're gonna hopefully slow down nicely here. All right, we're good. Now this is a big corner, you guys. I mean, for like a year and a half, we tested on this corner, we never made it. So we're here again after probably 6 months of not going around it. And we're gonna take it a little wider. Good to see that. Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me? That is unbelievable. That is so impressive. You guys, we've never even come close to going around those corners without hitting the lines, being way over the lines. That is stunningly good. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's do this now in reverse because it's actually quite a different corner in reverse, and let's see what that looks like from that direction. I'm gonna flip around right here. Now again, this is it's suggested 15 miles per hour, putting it in full self-drive right here. You can clearly see the road lines and it's not that foggy down on the lower end here. So the car is able to get in here. Let's see this. It took it so slow, kept it so centered in those lines. I am absolutely shocked, but look at this. You can't even see the opposite road line here. Are you kidding me? Unbelievable. We are actually doing this? You've got to be joking me. A little slow, but we absolutely did. It says autopilot navigation complete, please resume. Oh, it was probably going to go faster, but we were at the destination that I had in, so it was just going to slow down right there. We did that, guys. Can you believe that? We absolutely nailed that turn. I'm just in shock right now. Total shock right now. Let's try something else. Okay, now you guys might remember this location. This is the location that we've used forever with the old systems to see if we can engage it, which we're gonna do right now, and how it handles with no road lines at all. So I just engage it, there's clear sides to the road, we got green grass, in a paved area here, but we got some sharp curves to this road, and you notice that full self-drive beta is keeping me on the right side of this lane, which is really good. Now, this is the big trick right here. This is a very, very sharp curve to the road with a tree right here, and let's see how the car handles this. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Not only did we keep to our side of the road, but it slowed down to the perfect speed and made it around that corner. Yes! Yes! Good boy. You know, yeah, I don't even know what to say right now to not sound too stupid, but I'm super proud of you, Nico. I'm super proud of you. All right, let's go to the next part here. We got a bridge. We're gonna make this curve right here as well. Super good. And this bridge is kind of sketch. It's got these sidewalks that are like really close to the side. Oh, it's gonna handle it like nothing. Look at this, guys. There's no road lines. We are navigating through a state park, and it's holding to the side of the road. There's no lines to guide it. It thought that was a speed bump right there, but it was like a repair in the road. And this is incredible. I mean, 2 for 2, right, guys? All right, guys. Now, for those of you who are watching, we're doing this very cautiously here. There's these cones right in the middle of the road. Okay, I just want to show you guys here that construction still does not work on 3.6. I can't re-engage it here because I'm off the road. You can't engage it, but it was going to head straight for the cones and then go to the left, so I kind of corrected it to the right. But construction cones are still part of an issue here with this. See if I can get it to engage here. If I can get, there we go. Let's just see how it deals with this. It's gonna still hold to the right. So it does hold to the right side of the lane, which is good. But the problem still always comes in that when there's cones involved, the car likes to be bouncing in and out of between them. So I would say that with this update, we haven't really seen much of an improvement, although that was a pretty crappy test, so maybe we'll get another opportunity here in the future. But where we're heading right now to is the parking lot test, where we see what the car can do when we put it in the middle of a big parking lot, in the middle of like a strip mall kind of area, and we're gonna see just how quickly and how smoothly the car can get out of the parking lot. Remember last time with 3.3, what it did was it kept doing loops around the parking lot until it finally found its way out. So we're hoping for an improvement there. Watch the car here slow down to make this corner. It suggested speed of 30. We went down to about 36, handled that perfectly. And you guys, I have to say, with this whole drive so far, I have been incredibly impressed all throughout, other than hitting, you know, that log, which, you know, it's not supposed to exactly be able to avoid stuff too much at the moment, but that was pretty nasty. But there's been no brake checking where the car slows really quickly, like it comes like you slammed on your brakes, phantom braking. There's been none of that, and there's been no issues with weather. It's not actually disengaged a single time. So far we're doing good. So let's get to the parking lot and we'll give that a try. All right, guys, we are now on a main arterial heading to the parking lot for our parking lot challenge, and the rain has continued to pick up. It is absolutely dumping down, and we are getting alerts on the screen now. Full self-driving may be degraded because of poor weather, but it hasn't actually done that yet. So that's what I'm so impressed with. I've never been able to go out and record drives on days like this. It just hasn't been possible. And I haven't ever disengaged it today, which is just super cool. So we're gonna see if the car can navigate us into this parking lot coming up here. We got some, kind of tricky lights right here. So we got, like, they're double stacked as people have to merge onto the on-ramp here. So I wanted to just see how it handles this and the other cars. This is kind of our first experience on 3.6. Where is it going? Okay, I had to disengage that there. Not because it did something wrong, but because I had the address in the wrong location. Okay, so I got the address in the right location now, so now we should be good to go. It was doing the right thing, was getting me in that turn lane there, but I had just kind of guessed on the location the first time, so this time we got it right. It's all right, so here we go. We got our green light. Now, there is something that I have noticed as far as visualizations on the screen that is different. Maybe you guys keep seeing it pop up here. I'll see if I can freeze frame it for you guys. But it appears to be some kind of an error on the screen, and that is it keeps flashing this giant yellow or green, I'm not sure, colorblind over here, line across the screen. Really, really thin, almost like a road line like it uses, but it just goes straight across the whole screen. And it's did that on the big flat roads where there wasn't a bunch of road lines or anything to interpret. It was just, it's just been doing that a lot since I've been driving. So let me know if you guys are seeing that. I certainly am. So again, love this path, the big blue path here, showing what the car is going to be doing. I love it. I think it helps with confidence as a driver to be able to look down and see what the car is thinking, even though these animations are happening, you know, seconds after the car is making these decisions. It's still kind of nice to see what it's saying. Okay, we got the green light is showing on the screen. Okay, I'm trying to do what you guys suggested, to use the volume control to, instead of putting torque on the wheel, to try to stop my accidental disengagements. So it's a little hard when the wheel's turning to do that, but I've been doing it mostly on this drive, and you're right, it's definitely the way to do it. All right, let's see how we handle this here. Still putting on blinkers for sharper curves to the road, which is unnecessary, but that's fine. I don't have any problem with that right now. It's not like it's a safety concern. Here's a really sharp curve to the right. We're gonna slow down here, and we're gonna blow right through that corner. So that was the first time that's happened. Now keep in mind, there's lots of water on the road, which last time we did this drive, that did not happen. What I want to do, though, what I have to do is I have to go attempt that again and see if that was a fluke thing, or if that is something that's just not as good with this specific update. Nice blinker, dude. Engaging autopilot. There we go. Here we go. Second attempt at this corner. Again, we're gonna go right on the speed limit there. Turn. Ah! Nope. All right. Well, that's a miss on that one, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so I didn't see this at the first time of the recording or the second trial on this part of the road, but the reason why the car didn't actually make that turn to the right was because the navigation was telling it to actually go the direction the car went, and I just disengaged it before it went that way because it was going to put me into a different complex. So clearly I had put my navigation marker behind the parking lot, not in the parking lot, so that's why the car did that. So the car was actually not at fault there, I was. All right, so here I am facing away from the direction I need to go, and we've now just put it into full self-drive, and it's gonna decide to turn, maybe, no. So I put it in a weird spot. So it sees, oh my gosh, do not hit that curb. Don't hit the curb. Okay, we're confused here. Look at the lines jumping everywhere. Okay, let me zoom out here so you guys can really see this. It is so confused right now. It doesn't even have a hope of figuring this out, it looks like. We're inching forward. Nothing is happening. Come on. Let's go. You got this. Come on. You got this. All right. Well, we're now actually navigating in the parking lot. So that's at least we got that going on. So we're keeping to the right side of the parking lot. That's good. So it took a minute or 6. Where are we going now? What is happening? Come on. See, look at that stop sign. It's like buried in that tree. Now, where are we going now? Oh my word. You could have just gone straight right there. You could see the road. But you know what? This is the same path we went on last time. It decided it wanted to go this way. All right. Well, I mean, I'm fine with it if this is what you want to do. Okay. Okay, taking it nice and wide so we don't hit that curb. I like that. Over the crosswalk. Okay, not pausing to check for people because there was none there or something, I'm assuming. Okay, so next what's going to happen is we're going to come out here to this very sharp turn to the right, and then we're going to head into a roundabout. So we see the stop sign there, it says stopping for stop sign. Ooh, that was an aggressive stop. I think we actually slid a little bit there. I don't know, 3.6. I'm not liking this exact scenario here. Okay, here we go. We got some crows in the street. We're going to go ahead and just ignore them. We got to yield here into this roundabout. The garbage truck coming, and we're going to run it. Okay, he was still far away. I would have ran that too, but that was just very aggressive through there, which I actually like. That's actually good for me to see. And by the way, it hasn't asked me to touch the wheel in a very long time, which is interesting. Wonder why that is. I mean, it's probably been 35, 45 seconds, maybe even longer. So that's interesting. We'll just see how long it goes here. I mean, it's kind of funny. So we're at this light. We're going to turn left here. Okay, so we got this this big curb we got to get around. Hopefully the car goes wide and then turns here. But I mean, we look at the time, 9:06. So yeah, I mean, that's weird how it's not asking me to touch the wheel at all. Went from asking me to touch it constantly to not touching it at all. So those of you guys, I know a lot of you guys, everyone just started getting 3.6. What are your guys' thoughts on it? What have you noticed that's different? I love when you guys interact. You guys are so great to me. I swear I have the best fans on YouTube. You guys are amazing. The best guys in comment. I don't know what you call it, but it's pretty amazing. I know my channel is like in the rebuild mode, and it's a tiny little channel. We just crossed 40,000 subscribers, which we've done already one time almost, and then we lost half of them because of the cryptocurrency hack. But thank you guys for helping me rebuild this back. I really appreciate that. And for all of you guys who take the time to go down and hit the like button, because that so much helps this video get pushed out with the YouTube algorithm, so it means a ton to me. So let's see what happens when this light turns green here. All right, light is now green. Okay, now it's asking me to apply some torque to the wheel, so here we go. It's a little slow off the get-go there, but whatever. We got moving. Gonna move it up to 5 over the speed limit, so we can kind of keep up with traffic here, and we're gonna race to a stop here. Now at this light, it is, both these lanes turn into one right after this light. So I hope the car stays in this lane as we go through this light and doesn't try to get over around this small, I guess you call it little semi. It's not really a semi, it's more like a box truck. And I hope it stays in this lane. Otherwise, it's going to get real awkward for a lot of people real fast. But that's fine. We'll let the car have its head, and we'll just see what it does. And we'll apologize to anyone that we just, piss off. Okay, here we go. Again, the goal here is to stay in the left lane, okay, to not get over. That's the goal here. So the car waited till it could see the street lights, and then it accelerated, so it didn't just guess that the fact that the car in front of me went through it, that the light was going to be green. And it looks like we do have some construction work up here ahead, so we'll see what that exactly entails in a minute here. But so it did not jump over into that lane to keep up with the speed, even though we're going 10 under the speed limit. So that is a really good sign. I like to see that. Excellent. Okay, so applying more torque, using the volume to apply the torque, or not to apply the torque, but you know what I mean. It's to satisfy the car's need for me to touch it. That sounded terrible. Okay, construction. I think maybe that was all the construction we're going to see here at the moment. So let's see if we can handle the couple more lights here. So we're going to wrap this video up. This is kind of the last session, guys. So what happened in this video? Start of the video, we did some of those windy road tests. We smashed through a log. So in a way, we kind of did our part to help clean the roads. So, there's that. Now, the car swerved a little bit there as that semi came towards me. I thought maybe it was going to come into my lane. I really liked that, actually, because it was sort of coming into my lane, and then the car instantly got back in its proper position. Now, this car doesn't know where it's going in front of us. And what are we going to do? We're going to stick to our lane and not follow him through his chaos. Excellent. Oops, better pay attention to indicators on the screen there. Are we going to swerve right from this cone? That was right on the line. All right, good. Yeah, so I handled the road curves better than I'd ever seen yet. So that is one improvement that we definitely saw. What else did it do here on this drive? I did notice that it was being pretty aggressive, at least in my mind, about asking for me to apply torque to the wheel, but that could have been just in my head. In terms of the parking lot thing, it's hard to say if it did that any worse or better than the last one, because it's hard to repeat the exact same thing twice in a row. The last time wasn't good either. I mean, it's not really supposed to be good at that yet. It's not exactly a priority of full self-drive coders at the moment to figure out how easily you can get it out of a parking lot. But it is fun to see the computer's brain at work. I definitely was stuck at one spot further than I was this time, but at least the car didn't do a whole nother lap around the parking lot before it finally got me out. So once it figured out where it was, it, for the most part, handled it well. Yeah, so I'm pretty happy with this drive. So, I mean, we got a lot of stuff left to do. What we're going to do next is we're going to do, two things. One, we're going to go back to those really windy roads that we went to on the last video that you guys thought was somewhat entertaining anyway, and see if we see any improvement there. But then we're going to actually go and challenge it in downtown Seattle. With my system set up here with the screen recording and all that, I think it'd be really cool to see how that all works. And I've always wanted to get down there. The reason why I don't go down there all the time is it's about an hour and a half drive, depending on the time of day, to get into Seattle. So, and it's a ton of work. And then there's hours of editing on these videos to get them all going. And lots of times I trash the videos because I don't want to put out just crappy videos. So there's that going on all the time. So I love that you guys keep coming back and that you comment. I appreciate that. So anyway, guys, fun little drive. I'm looking forward to see what you guys think about this update. Without a doubt, it's constantly making improvements. It is getting better. There's just no way about it. And the fact that we can drive in poor weather now, at least much better poor weather. We'll have to try out snow and everything else with it. Is a huge improvement. Like, it gives me hope that those of us who live in poor climate condition states, that we will be able to use full self-drive. And yes, construction, weird situations, full self-drive can't do that yet, but that's such a small portion of your drive. If you're just gonna worry about getting from A to B and you don't have any weird situation pop up, you're gonna be able to drive with full self-drive when it's driving the entire time. Yes, there is the stress of always trying to, be ready to take over, but that's getting less and less as these updates come out, at least in my opinion. But let me know what you guys think. And once again, thanks for watching. And if you're new here, please subscribe and hit that like button for me.